Amigos.
Did you not bring your thing?
No. I thought we were working with professionals around here.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Rich. He's my new best friend.
His
You just
assistant
work right
forgot
out.
it.
Sips with Amigos.
This episode of Sips is brought to you by Limerick Brewing Company, but it could be you. We are seeking sponsorships and have a variety of advertisement spots available. Message us for more information. Welcome back to Sips. This week our guests are here to take us on a culinary journey around Amigos World, from their start at the farmers market to their restaurant on the square. Please welcome Amy and Rich Cleveland.
Welcome to another episode of Sips, where we always have great company and even better drinks. And today we have food. Thank you so much, Rich and Amy Cleveland from Amigos Tacos, or Amigos World, I should say.
Yep. Thank you.
So nice to have you guys here.
Good to be here.
Yeah, it's good
And
to be here.
y'all brought us a feast. We're so excited about.
Charcuterie board of sorts.
Yeah, charcuterie board of Amy's World, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what is going to be our first thing on our Amigos World charcuterie? Is that this one right here?
Yes. That's the breakfast tostada.
Oh my goodness.
So for this one, I like the
Maybe
green
salsa.
salsa.
We don't
Or
have the green salsa.
we usually do a green salsa, but I like the red salsa with it as well. So
And it's messy.
it is very messy.
But this is
Even
one
better.
of the ones that blew up at the farmer's market
Really?
where we started. Yeah.
Yeah, this one was
I don't think I
very
had
popular
this one
choice
out there, so it's new to me. This is great. Yeah, honestly, I got to tell you guys, when you guys were at the farmers market, it was one reason I got up on a Saturday morning. I mean, really, because amazing.
I started making these tostadas because I'm not a big breakfast person either. And they're light, but they're good. And
good mix of protein and veggie on there. Like so with this and the breakfast quesadillas we did, and then we obviously went to lunch as well because we have to do both. And then the birria, that was all kind of the mainstay and the reason people kept coming and kept saying, "Hey, when are you guys gonna
Made a
do more
name.
than this?" Like as far as not just the farmers market, but events and opening up your own thing. So it happened after like the second or third week. People were asking,
Where can we
when
get
we're
more
gonna do
food?
More, yeah, more often than just Saturdays.
one day I was just presented with the farmer's market. It was actually my dad that talked to Jamie Jones out there, and I was
Really?
given like a 48-hour notice that I could
Oh my
start
gosh.
cooking out there. And
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're
that's
like,
amazing.
if you come up with a name, a menu, it has to be healthier, it has to have breakfast and lunch, and
you need to bring all of
get
your
on
own
out here.
equipment. Yeah.
And I was working at the prison at the time, and so it was right. I was working at the prison at that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so by the way, you're not going to sleep for the rest of summer because you're going to be doing this.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a lot of time and effort, but we had a nice group of friends and family that had our backs.
Volunteered a lot of their time.
Her mom.
Yeah.
Her mom, when she wasn't babysitting, she was helping us at the farmer's market, taking orders. Noah, our oldest son, he would go out there, take orders and
Oh, I love that.
stuff,
Now, how
so-
old are your kids?
We 9, 7, and 3.
Gotcha.
So,
So you guys are busy with that too.
oh,
Yeah.
So you guys, the farmer's market opens like 8 or 9. What time would you guys have to get up to even start?
I prepped a lot of things the night before.
Okay.
We would still be there at like 5 or
Yeah.
by 5.
We had our own keys to get in early.
Right.
Makes sense.
And then
So. Can we drink our beer too?
Yeah. The number 5, our Yokero Mexican lager.
lager.
Rich thought this would go well with the.
I like a little bit of lime in it, squeeze it in there.
I think lime just makes everything just a little bit better.
Oh my gosh, doesn't it though?
It's a good lager on its own, but the lime kind of brings it out.
Yeah. 100%. This is one of my normals that I go to. When we take the kids for ice cream, we sneak in here.
Get a beer. Everybody gets their treat. There's nothing wrong with that. This is delicious.
It is
guys.
so good.
Really good.
What's our next item? I want to try it. Give it
I'd
a
say
taste
since
of
we're
something.
still drinking this, to either do the street corn or the birria roll up.
Yeah, I think you can kind of eat both of them at the same time.
Okay.
So yeah, the birria roll up. This is kind of a
This
rendition.
sauce is the
This
dipping
one.
sauce for
All right.
the
That
birria.
one?
Yep.
Spicy one?
Yeah, this one here.
Oh, that one?
Yep. All right. Yep. Yeah, if you dip it in the other one, it might taste a little weird. That one's for Asian inspired dishes. But this is kind of a take on the original birria that we were making for the farmers market. We kind of make it, I call it a birria roll up. We started doing it on the truck, and people would, you know, they loved it, and because it's kind of crunchy on all sides, and you kind of dip it easier than a taco.
And it's nice because,
whatnot.
yeah, it is easier.
It's got a little spice to
And
it.
so we market these as like an appetizer, it's just, but you can eat it as a full meal with a side too. So
what
yeah.
does make up a birria sauce? I mean, is it like
a lot.
It is a lot of work,
You
isn't
want me
it?
to talk about it, or you want to talk about it? You're better at it.
So it's called consomme, the dipping sauce, and it is 15 ingredients, and you gotta slow stew it,
Oh my gosh.
do a bunch of blending, a bunch of straining, and it takes about 3 hours.
holy moly?
Just for the
They're really
dipping sauce.
And that's a fast way to do it.
Wow.
So is it one big pot or is this multiple
Yeah.
batches?
Yeah, I've got a
Yeah, we try to
big
do one
old
big pot so the flavor is consistent.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
Yeah.
And then the meat, it's kind of hard to say poundage wise because there's like fat on there, and we let the fat like render off and everything. But I'd say 15 pounds, 20 pounds meat a day.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
And that's just for that one. We try to give people good portion size because, you know, we need that in this world.
Sure. Let people come out feeling like they got their money's worth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that
They're
a
full.
lot of people do feel that, especially when they come to the restaurant. Like the rice bowls are constantly posted online because, you know, we try to make sure
There's stuff.
you're
we stuff
you're
them.
probably not going to
Yes.
finish it there. You're going to take
Oh,
it
yeah.
for lunch the next day or
Yeah.
a midnight snack or something like that. But yeah, everything we try to do almost diner style. Like a lot of people will call us a Mexican restaurant, but I feel like
We
we're
feel more
more
diner.
of a diner. Like that's why we named it Amigos World, so we could really
to branch off.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys had
That's a
branched
great
out
idea.
with
Yeah.
smash burgers and some other things in the menu. correct?
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's really where we're aiming for that. I think it's working.
Yeah.
But we do still get considered like you know, people are like, oh, you're our favorite Mexican restaurant. So I'm like, thanks. Like, and the way I like to describe it too is like we try to make food that we enjoy that we think other people will.
Okay, so you guys went from the farmer's market to how quickly then did you end up opening up the food truck?
Within just a couple months,
No kidding.
we were, so just like the farmer's market, we were presented with the opportunity of this food truck that was for sale here in town. And it was like we had to make the decision and we had to make it now or else it was gonna sell.
Right. So did you have to do a lot of renovations to it, or was it pretty well ready to go? All you had to do was kind of paint it? And...
A lot of cleaning,
Cleaning.
and renovation of making it Big Purple, which is
Yeah, we
Yeah,
painted
so
it.
where
name
does
of it,
Big
obviously,
Purple
yeah.
come from? Like, is purple your favorite color, or?
Purple's my favorite color. A lot of people around town know me as, like, refer to me as purple because I've always had purple hair. Not right now.
Okay.
I had to let it heal, but I usually always have some form of purple in my hair.
Gotcha. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. And you brought it into the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, Big Purple named the truck and had a great opportunity of doing that. And
We were presented with a lot of, like, perfectly lined up opportunities. Like, we had a place to park the truck permanently. Free of cost.
Right. I bet that was
Like,
a perfect
everything just
Oh, yeah.
kept lining
working
up.
benefited them,
relationship,
too.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good marriage.
So then, how long did you have the truck for?
Almost a year.
yeah,
Wasn't quite a year?
wasn't
not
quite a year.
It seemed
before.
longer than that.
It felt like longer than that.
When you had the truck fire, of course, I'm sure you were in shock, but then you had a lot of outpouring of support, but it's easy to kind of forget that, you know, sometimes when then you get into, okay, we bought a building and now we have to renovate it and let's open it and stuff like that, and your mind goes to all that stuff, but you really kept all that in mind. When I was in the restaurant after you guys opened, you have like a thank you wall, which I thought was like one of the coolest things and greatest ideas I've ever seen.
I think that wall was
Amazing.
the one thing that I knew was going up from the beginning.
Yeah, before the first hammer swing, She already had a spot
Yeah.
picked out of where she wanted it.
Yeah, me and my
Had an
mom had already
idea.
made a whole list. My mom was adamant about getting everybody's name.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So this is the smash burger you speak
Correct.
of? Yum.
This is just the standard,
I
American
didn't put
style.
anything on it. I
Okay.
put lettuce and pickle on the side if you wanted it. But
We do a queso smash burger as well there, which is really good. It's our homemade, made fresh every day queso, and then some jalapenos and onions and whatnot. Yeah, so that one's. And then the birria burger is a really popular one. We put the birria meat and sauce and stuff on top of it.
This is really good.
So we're pairing the smash burger with our Jandy summer cream ale. So very good. And you guys were saying that the smash burger is really taking off for you. Huh?
yeah, they are up there with becoming one of our #1 bestsellers.
Nice.
Yeah, and we did not expect that. We did it. First time we did our smash burgers was at a pop-up event last summer. I can't remember which one.
Was
We
it
did
a
a
Third
lot.
Friday or was it a Pride?
I don't know. We were down on.
Yeah.
I think maybe it was Pride, but they took off, and then I added them to the menu when we opened the restaurant, and they took off.
Yeah, I was.
That's,
well, I
that's
was-
delicious.
I was working and I came and I got a right before they sold out the birria smash burger. That was the first time I had it as well. And I was like, that is probably a top 3 burger I've ever had.
Really?
And I order burgers a lot of places. Like I've been to many of states ordering burgers because I love burgers.
These are very tasty. I'm not generally one that orders a burger out because that is the one thing I can make at home.
Right.
Even if I don't make it very well. But I do make it at home. But I will definitely be coming in for this because it is phenomenal. Let's try something else here before it gets cold.
I would say quesadilla next.
All right.
That would be, I would say, one of our best sellers. This is something that I always kind of go back to.
Yeah. Gonna go with the #2 with the quesadilla. The Pilsner.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do the Pilsner with that.
I mean, yeah, this is something we had at the farmer's market. And
I love a good quesadilla. I mean,
Yeah.
really, it's just.
I think a lot of people's problems with making a quesadilla is they overthink it, but quesadillas just have to be kind of just simple and there.
And just like throw on whatever you have,
Yeah,
right?
quesadillas are kind of fun. I mean,
Make
what-
sure you
what
have
got left
cheese,
in
make
it.
sure you got meat.
Yeah, and then it's free for all. So
We've done that for dinner a night or two at home.
like,
You
if
know?
the kids, I mean,
When the kids
there's
were
not a
little
kid
too,
alive that
especially.
doesn't like
right,
quesadilla.
it's so simple just to throw it on the grill or on the oven and stuff and just make it go.
Oh, your salsa. I just love your salsa.
Like a cheese toasty.
Isn't that what people call grilled cheese?
Yeah, that is.
Old folks.
Okay, I can't wait any longer on the street corn. because
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
is-
say street corn is paired with everything. Yes, of course. Hopefully it's not too cold for y'all now. but,
No.
It's
It's got a little spice to it too.
yeah, it's
It is so
flavor.
good.
I'll just say a little tang to it is how people ask us all the time, like, is your guys' street corn or is this spicy? We're like, more tangy, I would say, than
Tangy.
spicy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so good.
Yeah, we come get you guys, I don't get much of the corn. She eats it all.
We were asked about why we do it in a bowl instead of like on the cob, and so we tried it when we were at the restaurant.
Cob
and
takes up
it
so
just-
much room.
It took up a lot of space, and no one really ordered it. They wanted the bowl. It's like you get more from the bowl, obviously.
Well, and
you
it's
know,
easier to
to
eat.
and
I think
travel
your
with.
flavor
so-
would be much more than on a cob. I mean, you can't get that flavor down in the cob.
Yeah, and it gets stuck in your teeth a little less.
Exactly.
This way, so I mean, it wins all the way around, really. We had someone a couple weeks ago come in, and they were going to a wedding or a party or something like that.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they literally
they
just
just
ordered
bought-
like 10 servings of it. Like they just got one of these full of street corn. Just like, all right, thanks. Like
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Bring a dish to pass. We're gonna go to your place.
Right?
that's actually
Buy salsa
yeah.
and chips and street corn.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
our employees do.
We do cater.
Yeah,
We
we
do cater stuff like
yeah,
that.
you've
all
had
the
some
time.
stuff over here too, haven't
Yep.
you? Yeah, that
Yep.
was so good.
So if somebody's interested in catering, they just call you guys at the restaurant then? And-
Call
Yeah.
me, message our Facebook.
Yep.
Okay.
I literally cook everything.
Right.
Yeah.
It is not limited to what's here, so
Yeah.
you tell me what you want.
And that's why we try to do like
Yeah,
the
I'll
date
cook
night
it.
specials
That's an
or
art.
the Mother's Day or the Valentine's Day.
Holiday.
We try to do different things for that of stuff that she also has brewing in her brain. Like, I would say our menu would be double the size if we used the stuff that she wants to put on there. Or so we plan on doing more date night things or monthly specials or something like that of just something she has brewing up in her brain that she wants to put out there for the world. So that's kind of what it's all about.
90% of our menu is made fresh, like every day.
Yeah.
That's
So,
yeah, exactly. Especially that salsa. I keep going back to the salsa.
Yeah, even the crab rangoons, which would be next year, we
I'm gonna
don't
try
buy them
this.
pre-made or anything like that. We have our own recipe for it. We kind of played around with a couple that we saw online and then tweaked it to make it a little more us and what we liked in it. So
So what do we have going with
This is the
crab rangoon?
perk.
Yep.
This is the perk.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
That's the perk you're getting, right?
coffee cream ale.
ooh, main cheese with cream ale.
There you go. It's made with Guest House Coffee's Deadbolt blend. So
Nice.
we use that in making it. So
Love Guest House.
According to her and the staff, these have taken off like almost one of our best appetizers.
They're our best appetizer by far.
I bet.
that's really good.
I was sitting with the staff one day. I was like, okay, we're gonna expand the menu. What do we want? I had made them crab rangoons like the week before. They were all like, put that on the menu. I was like, but we don't have any other Asian.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Inspired meal, yeah.
I don't know. They're good, but we don't have them.
Right. And
They
it's
were
just-
right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys don't want
They
to be,
were right.
Yeah, you don't want to be just a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be just Asian. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great addition.
Ooh.
It's tasty. I love it. You gotta like that sauce. It's got
Yeah, no
spice
thank
to
you.
it.
Like orange
Good.
ginger.
So looking ahead for you guys, what are your plans for the future?
You like that one?
It's very smooth.
I feel like you guys are like caterpillars that kind of keep blooming. You know, you've had to do so much from where you started at the fairgrounds to the truck to the restaurant now.
Yeah.
Our next steps are, because I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a struggle.
Right.
Like with the overhead.
Yeah, we understand that.
Ameren do better.
Oh, Amron.
Yeah. Oh, go.
Yeah. We're gonna be going to lunches right now and reserving the evenings for different events. I guess I'll spill the beans on some events we have. We have like craft cocktail and catering nights.
Oh, fun.
There'll be a different craft. We're gonna do date nights more on Fridays. So people can plan ahead, and it's gonna be different stuff, not what is on our menu.
She's really excited
our
to do a
first-
seafood boil.
Yeah, I was
by the
gonna
way.
say our first one's gonna be a seafood boil.
She really wants to. She wants to. Yeah. We did one
Yeah.
camping
Say the word.
last weekend.
I did one for their whole staff. Yeah, they do them a lot in Chicago, but like pop-up events, like themed, like Harry Potter. That's gonna be the first one.
Awesome.
Where we'll put out a catering, you buy a ticket, kind of go.
Sweet. Very nice.
Reserve it for birthday parties, bridal showers, stuff like that too. So
Oh,
we'll start
good.
pushing for that stuff more.
Yeah.
And then I feel like that's gonna give me a chance to cook everything else that I also cook and showcase all of that kind of stuff too.
Right. Well, that's
I think,
fantastic.
yeah, I think the biggest goal is to really get the name out there wholeheartedly, and hopefully, you know, the economy starts doing better for not only us,
Amen,
for
brother.
you know, the
Everyone.
average person that wants to go out to eat or and just can't right now.
Yeah, we understand that. Well, thank you guys so much for the tasty dinner.
Oh, my
Yeah, the
gosh.
food was
We really
delicious.
appreciate it. And we look forward to whatever you guys have coming up next and, you know, attending some of those events. Those sound really neat and really
Yeah.
unique. So I love that because,
Bringing something different
yeah,
for Lincoln.
exactly.
Just gotta follow along on the Facebook there and keep up to date on all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So.
And we talked about the farmers market and the truck and stuff, but where are you guys located here in Lincoln?
124 South Chicago Street.
The big blue building, right?
Big blue building.
Yeah.
Yep, right across from Neil Tire.
Yep.
Correct.
Well, we appreciate your time coming to SIPS. And yeah, we look forward to everything you got going on.
Thank you.
Appreciate you having us out.
Yeah, thank you.
Slancha.
To Amigos World. Cilantro, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a date with delicious food over at Amigos World. And don't forget to follow their Facebook page to be in the loop about special events and new menu items, or message them for your catering needs.